Hi guys.
Hi guys!
I had to throw it out there. Thanks for getting on tonight. Okay, so tonight we're going to dive right in and talk all about Elite. At any time, you guys can use the chat box to ask me a question or just unmute yourself because sometimes it's just easier to talk things out. But I know for some of you guys, turning off mute might just not be an option. So use the chat box for any questions, okay? And literally just call it out as we go. There's no rules here tonight. But I'm really excited that there's so many of you guys on because Elite's pretty exciting. And it's one of those things that there's just so many perks with it. You know, I mean, I know for me, Elite was just like this like cool kids club, right? Like that's just like the way I looked at these Elite coaches, and I was like, everybody's just like a cool kid, and I want to be a part of the cool kid club. But I've been on so many Success Club trips. I've realized that Elite, you get a lot of really awesome things. You're treated differently. You get to cut all of the lines. You don't have to wait for anything. For the live workouts with the trainers, you get front row. You get VIP access to the core at Summit, which is that like shopping spree. It's insane. It's like a freaking mall. It's like, just start saving now, ladies, basically. You get every trip that you're on, you get all these really cool swag that's legit, like just has Elite written all over it. You also get access to this special coach line. So I don't think I shared that, but I got an email and I now have you know how you guys we can all call coach relations. There's a specific coach relations team only for 5-star Elite coaches. So if there's ever a problem, we can basically like pull that card. It's kind of like an additional thing that you can do for your coaches. So like if any of you had like an issue right away, I can call 24/7 and I can say that I am, you know, an Elite, so I have sort of priority. I get like special privileges. Another thing about Elite is every single month throughout the year following, you get an additional $500. So, I mean, I'm getting married this year, and that additional $500 is going to be pretty nice when I have to hand over all those lovely checks at the end of my night. So, if you guys think about that, like, that's pretty big in itself, right? So the incentives are obviously huge for making Elite. It's also really cool to be able to say that you are a part of an Elite team. Like you guys know that you can all say that now, right? Like you guys can say you are a part of that, like, I think it's like 0.4% of the entire company. Like you are a part of the very top. You can use that as a part of your like marketing. You know, like that's not something that every coach can say. You guys have all had a direct impact on that. So use it. Say it all the time, as much as you can. I know I'm going to start it, right? Like you guys worked hard for that name. So use it. It's just another thing to set yourself apart. So when you're talking to potential coaches too, and people that you're like, you really should join the team, you can say that. You can say that you have this great team, this great support system that are these Elite few. Okay. So those are just other things. Also, I know too when it opens up for the Success Club trip, Elite and Premier all have first access to sign up for trips. And Summit, things like that. Like Elite and Premier always get first access to that stuff. Elite and Premier also are the coaches that get picked to be on national wake-up calls. They're the coaches that get picked to be in test groups for new programs coming out. So you know how you remember like when Hammer and Chisel got announced, they had a few top coaches that revealed their 60 days. Those are top Elite coaches. So you would get picked for things like that. Like Sarah Try was one of them for PIO. which is pretty cool. So that's exciting. So you guys could, possibly be a part of all of that if that's something on your radar. So being a part of Elite is it's just the next stepping stone for your business. It's one of those things that's really going to be able to be a tool that you guys can use of separating yourself basically from anybody else. Okay. So does anybody have any questions, or should I check the chat before I move on with any of that stuff that comes with Elite or what it means? And the only difference too between Elite and Premier, honestly, is just your rank. You don't get a lot of the you don't get the $500 a month. That's Elite only. But Premier is basically like number 2. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like if Elite was in the number 1 spot, Premier is like the number 2. So that means you still get all this exclusive access stuff. You would still be able to cut the lines, you're still kind of when you go to Summit, you'll get to sit down on the lawn and be on stage, things like that. Okay. So that's really the only main difference. So Premier and Elite are kind of all the same, but for you guys, I would 100% just put Elite on your vision board, because if you fall short of Elite, you're going to hit Premier. Okay. So it's better to push for Elite and be satisfied at knowing you still did an amazing job by becoming a Premier coach, rather than saying Premier and then nothing. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. So now let's talk about goals. Take a deep breath in. Okay. So we're going to say, so this is also how your boards are going to come into play. And I'll show you guys my boards too real quick. But basically, I have 3. Okay. So my boards are there. I'm constantly erasing and readjusting weekly. But basically what I have is I have one board dedicated to things that are going on with the team and myself. So one board are what days your challenge groups are starting, what days your free groups are starting, important calls, things you want to do, basically your goals for the week and things that you have to do. Okay. So do half of it should be non-negotiables. You guys remember your non-negotiables from this morning? Okay. So write all those things out so you can visually see them every day. And then your other 2 boards you're going to use as trackers. Okay. So your first board, so the way these trackers are going to work, guys, is you're going to track your personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club, because that's one way that you're going to earn Elite points. So there's 3 categories to hit points in for Elite. The first one we're going to name PSSC, which means Personally Sponsored Success Club. Okay, for short. So that basically means that your PS coaches are hitting Success Club, because that's how you're going to earn points. Okay. So this is what I have for my board. Okay. Can you guys see me okay? Okay. I'm going to go closer. Oh, the flare. Okay. So I have one that's for committed, on the board, and hit. Okay. So you want to break them out into 3 categories. Can you guys see that okay? Can I have a thumbs up or a nod? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let me know when you guys are good. Good, good. Okay. And then at the very bottom, you're going to want to track it by month. So at the very bottom, have a little tracker. Oh, I'll write it down there. Okay. So the categories are going to be committed, on the board, and you can name it whatever you want. I named three Lives Club hit, basically saying that your coach made Success Club. But I like calling it 3 Lives Club. Just mentally, it makes me feel better. Like there's people involved, guys. You know what I mean? So those are the 3 categories, okay? So when you sign up a new coach and you've decided that they're your runner, you're going to talk to them about Success Club on your GSR. And you're going to say, okay, like, you know, this is what Success Club is. Like, I think this should be your number 1 goal along with Emerald, right? Then when they say, yeah, I'm going to go for it, you write their name under committed. Okay, so committed means that both of you have agreed that you're going to go for Success Club that month. So it's not like I'm telling you to go for Success Club. I'm suggesting it, of course, but like at least you're agreeing to it and you said you're going to try. So I know to push you and to check up on you and to see how things are going. Okay, then once they obviously hit, like once they're on the board, then you're going to erase their name from committed and put them to on the board. And then obviously once they hit Success Club, you're going to erase them from on the board and add them to the committed. So you want to basically take your coaches through a journey. Committed, on the board. Yep, exactly. Thank you, Abby. Yeah, those are right. On the board is when they have a Success Club point. So basically, like if you know that your coach, this is another thing too, you guys should be updating this maybe like twice a week. And that's a good way for you to also be checking your downline at least twice a week anyway. Okay, so if you guys go into My Business, and then you go to, like in your COO, for you guys to run a quick report, you want to go to My Business, and then My Downline, and then click on Sponsorship Drill Down. And that'll be a quick, easy view for you guys to see who's on the left, who's on the right. But also if you scroll all the way over to the right, when you're in that tab, it tells you everybody's current SC points. And it also will tell you your previous coach's Success Club points, so you can keep track. Okay, and then at the end of the month, like on the 31st or whatever, like on the 1st of every month, I want you guys to tally up all of your coaches that hit Success Club. And you're going to write that number in your little mini year-long calendar tracker at the very bottom corner. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah. Does anybody need to see my board again? Or do you want me just to take a picture and post it? I'll do that. Okay, I'll do that. But yes, so, yes.
When you tally, are you putting the number of coaches at the bottom that hit Success Club that month, or the number of Success Club points?
The number of coaches that hit.
Okay.
Good question. Yes, yes. So you want to keep a tally of the number of coaches that are hitting Success Club per month. Okay, so everybody's goal, if you're going to be going for elite, is to be helping between 4 and 5 of your coaches hit Success Club a month. Okay. Also, if you've been a coach for a long time, like me, your coaches from 2014 do not count anymore. Only 2015 and 16 count. So Jackie, you don't count for me anymore. Allie, this will be your last year for me. Davina, you probably don't count for me either. You don't count for me anymore. Peace out, bitches. I don't care if y'all hit Success Club. No, I'm kidding. But you have to, it's only for the previous year and the current year that your coaches count for elite points. Okay. For elite points. So does that mean Missy's out, Jackie? No, she's still in? Oh, good, good.
But do they still count your rank, obviously?
Oh, of course. But as far as SCP, like, as far as this category is, being talked about, like, considered, you know what I mean? As far as elite points, they don't count. But they count for rank, yes, yes, yes. They just don't count in that category for elite. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. We're letting this marinate. Oh, yeah.
Every coach that we have in our downline that hits.
Oh, wait, I can't hear you. Oh, wait, who's talking?
Harmony.
Oh, hi. I can't hear you.
Sorry. So each one of those people who hit Success Club that we make a little tally for, that's 1 elite point, correct?
Yes.
And we're going for 4 to 5 of those.
4 to 5 a month. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm.
And I'm going to post visuals of everything as far as elite points, what you need, all of that stuff. Don't worry, guys. I even, there's even a roadmap and a calculation. Like, there's a lot of stuff. But don't worry, half of it I've already posted. But we'll definitely, it's visual. And you guys can also check out your elite stuff if you go to My Business. There's an elite, like My Qualifications or something it's called. What is it called? Yeah, My Qualifications. If you go to My Business, My Qualifications, there's a My Elite and Premier Qualifications. So that's where you guys can go in and look up all of your current points right now. You can also see last year where you ended, because you're going to need to know where you ended last year, because you're going to have to double your ATV. Okay, so that's going to be your second thing that you want to focus on with your ATV. But here's the cool thing, guys. The reason I started off with your goals of your 5 PS coaches a month, here's the other thing. You have to also be bringing on I'll get there, Brooke. You also have to be bringing on 4 to 5 new coaches a month. Sorry, I didn't add that one in there, did I? So between 4 to 5 of your PS coaches have to be hitting Success Club, but you also have to be adding 4 to 5 new coaches a month. But those new coaches that you're going to be adding are the ones that should be hitting Success Club anyway. Okay.
Hey, Meredith.
Yes.
What is ATV? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. So ATV is the second one. So you're going to earn points by recruiting new people and by getting them to Success Club with your PSSC. ATV is your accumulated team volume. So if you go into your back office, My Business, and then you go to My Elite and Premier, it'll tell you what where you ended in 2015 with your ATV, and you have to do this calculation and like double it basically. But the thing is, the ATV is naturally your team volume is obviously going to grow and double if you're bringing on 4 to 5 new coaches a month, right? So your ATV, like I never had, these were my goals, right? When I was going for Elite, the only thing I focused on was bringing on 4 to 5 new coaches a month and having at least 4 to 5 new coaches hit Success Club. All the other categories, were totally fine. I never checked my other categories as far as points, because these two things naturally happen when these two things happen. Does that make sense? Your team volume is going to grow if you're adding teammates. So it's all going to grow together. So as far as like all the nitty gritties, I'll post all of the rules and you guys will see all of the ATV stuff broken down. But those things are going to happen. And those things are also things that you guys can pick up later in the year, because your team volume is also going to grow from all this big push that we're doing. Because success loves speed. So we're going to grow all of this speed and all of this momentum. And by Summit, we'll have this huge ball to carry us through as far as all these ATV points. Davina, where are you? Are you not home?
Sorry, I'm at Starbucks.
Oh, I saw some big light come on. Does anybody have any questions?
I have my my elite report brought up.
Oh,
If I
yeah,
screen
good.
share, will you explain it a little bit?
Yeah. Do you have it open?
Yeah.
Can you, what does it say? So you guys also will be getting elite emails once you hit diamond. You'll be getting elite emails. They'll come, I don't remember, they come maybe like once a month in the beginning of the year, and then they come a little bit more and more often as the year comes to a close. And that's another easy way to keep track of things too, once your email comes. Oh, first Friday, yes, thank you, Nina.
It has my elite ranking, my paid rank, previous year's ATV,
Yes.
current year's ATV.
Yeah, good. When was that sent?
It says as of December 22nd.
Oh, okay. So you could probably see in your back office if
This is in the back office.
I thought this was, okay.
No.
Yeah, so you're going to have to double your ATV.
Where it says current years.
Your current year needs to be at least double.
Okay, so 13,897 times 2. Okay.
But there's other things involved with it. I'll send you guys the calculation so you guys can do this on your own. Because it's going to be different. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's true. They might not. But yeah, so. Oh, yeah.
My previous year's ATV is 0 because
You
I
were a
haven't
coach.
for more than a year.
Oh, so you haven't made.
Like, how does that work?
That is a good question. I don't know because I didn't start that way. I can find out.
Okay.
Please do, because I'm at the same point.
I think in the back office here, though, since it ended December 22nd.
No, my 2015 is 0.
Oh, the current year's ATV is 0 for you. Oh, how did we do that?
Nina, do you know? Maybe Nina knows. I don't know, but I'll find out. That's a good question.
Hi, sorry. So for new coaches who don't have previous ATV, can you hear me?
Yes.
For every 10,000 that they hit, they'll get a point. So they're not really they're not going against anything, but they just have to increase their ATV by 10K and they're going to get a point. So it's nice actually starting out that way because it's all going to count. So that's a good thing.
Thank you. Good to know. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Nina. Okay. How you guys feeling? Good? Does anybody need to go barf? Okay. So let's see. So that's good. So we went over a lot of things. So by you guys checking your downline, it's going to help you guys because you're going to see who's hitting, where people are with Success Club points. And then this is another way for you guys to kind of like step it up to as leaders, which was really fun because you get to give those coaches that are hitting Success Club a shout out. Like shout them out in our team pages. You know, put them in yours, put them in ours. Share on your social media how great they're doing. You know? Okay. And then also leading into that too, there's a few things that you guys can, Stacey and I just wanted to talk about is getting to know your coaches in a different way. So you guys remember how we made you do those animal things? Try to figure out what animal you were? I want you guys to do that with your coaches. So start fresh. With all of your new coaches, figure out what animal they are because that's going to help you help them. Does anybody not know about the animals? Yeah. Was that the video? Yeah, that was like either you're a rhino, a peacock, an owl, or a golden retriever. So figure out what your coach is, like what animal your coach is, because then it'll be really easy to help guide them in the right direction. It'll be a good way for you to also help motivate them. It is like the color code, yeah. So if you guys don't remember, an owl is somebody that basically needs to have everything lined up before they ever act. Like they need to know all the details before they can do anything. That's an owl. Oh my God, Hayden, I can't. A rhino is somebody that's very strong, a totally natural leader that's just like the person that's like, let me do it because I can do it right and do it fast. They're the people that just get it. They're your runners. They're the people that aren't scared. They're the people that are talkative. They're just like, yes, I'm here and ready. Okay. Then you have your golden retrievers who are scared by rhinos. So a golden retriever is somebody that's kind of like in the back row. They're a little more timid. They're just like, hey guys. An introvert. Okay. And then there's the peacock. And the peacock is someone that's very outgoing, somebody that likes to be center of attention, that's driven by recognition. You know, like it's that person that just wants like, you know, to be given shout outs a lot because they thrive from that stuff, you know? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so figure out what personality type your coach is because that's going to help you motivate them. And that's going to be also another way that you can help them hit success up. Look at Hayden just taking over the call already. So that's another way for you guys to help motivate your coaches each month so that way you are consistently hitting that 4 to 5 mark a month. Because if you guys can hit your markers with your coaches getting to Success Club, your PS, SC, if you can stay consistent in that area, everything else is going to fall into place. So put a lot of energy into your coaches getting Success Club. Okay, so you can do incentives. If they're a peacock, give them shout outs. If they're a rhino, let them help you lead a group or something. You know, like give them a little bit more responsibility. Figure out your coaches and like that way you can help them better too. Because if they're a rhino, they might not need you so much. But like a golden might want you like up their butt, like texting you daily, you know? So then you can gauge. Clearly we have an owl on the call, which is amazing. So you can give your owl lots of checklists. Okay? So figure out your coach so that way you can really help them because that's what you want. Okay. You also get additional points for elite if depending on how many coaches advance to diamond. So a lot of you guys are going for 5-star, which means you're going to have all of the right numbers anyway. Like you're gonna have enough new star diamonds. Like you need at least. She probably unpocket dialed herself. Does anybody have any questions? Ideas, thoughts, takeaways? Random thoughts going through their minds? Nobody? I thought you guys were going to have a lot more questions. All right. Okay. Also, as you guys go throughout this year, I would recommend changing your PD to more leadership stuff. So if you guys haven't listened to the 10X rule by Grant Cardone, make sure you go get it and get that one on audio. That's a good one on audio. Grant Cardone, 10X rule. So when you go to your iBook or whatever, iBooks. Mm-hmm. The 21 Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell should be a must. I would also consider going through Josh Coates' Leadership Academy. So Josh Coates is somebody that I work with one-on-one for leadership. And I've been with him for a while now. I don't remember. Oh my God, look at those little undies. Can't even focus. Just can't. But his trainings are awesome. They really, I feel like, are the way that we all want to do business, if that makes any sense. Like, none of us want to be salesy. None of us want to be spammy. We don't want to be that coach. And his trainings are geared where it's all about helping people. It's not about being salesy. It's not about hitting those numbers. It's about helping people at the end of the day. So if you have any struggles, he does trainings about focus and clarity, leadership trainings, and recruiting also, which is amazing. Okay. Good question, Nina. The best ways to help your coaches hit Success Club. Incentives, I always are good ones.
I was going to say,
I can't.
that goes back to the animals. I'm sorry, I have an animal here. That goes back to the animals and figuring out what motivates them. Like for me telling myself that I have to hit Success Club 5 does nothing. But if I tell myself that I need to help 3 people this month, that motivates me. So just figuring out what motivates your coaches and what animal they are.
Yeah.
Will really help.
Like, I'm motivated totally by getting gifts. Like, I will do anything for a shirt. And Allie's the same way. So I will dangle a shirt in front of her if I have to. Like, I have no, like, I'm like, here you go, girlfriend. Come get it. Like, whatever it is that's going to help and motivate them.
Some will probably be completely motivated at the fact that they could get a free ticket to Summit.
Yeah, or a free stay at Summit.
Right.
Little things like that. That's a good question. Does anybody else have any other questions? Comments? Concerns? So now that you guys have your boards, start mapping out like things on your board. So I also, my third board. I didn't talk about my third board, did I? No. Okay. My third board is my diamond roadmap. It's my roadmap for my diamonds to get to diamond. Does that make sense? Okay. So I've officially decided I'm going for 10-star this year, guys. Fucking A, right? Holy buttballs. Also 5-star in my second CBC. Well, fuck me. Okay, so here is my board. Can you see this okay? It's up on the wall, so I can't take it down. But basically, I have it broken out to who's going to be my diamonds on my right, who's going to be on my left. Can you see this okay? I also have important dates up here, like big push dates. February 17th is the first quarter. May 18th is your second quarter push date. Just so that way it's like in my face, you know? I just did this for this year, 2016, but what I did last year was I had by each person's name, I wrote out where they were as far as getting to diamond. So if they have 3 coaches on their right, 4 coaches on their left, and 1 emerald and 1 person away from emerald, I would kind of just write myself little notes next to their name so I could quick glance over and see where they were and see where they needed to go and what we needed to work on. Because I need to see things, and I also like writing things. So that's why I want you guys to get big whiteboards, because you're going to be changing these like weekly. Okay. So that's kind of how I map it out on how my diamonds are going to get to diamond. What do they need? Where are they? It's kind of a thing. And I make mine really pretty. I get really fun different colors. I make their names really pretty because I like to look at things that are pretty. So I'll take an extra 5 minutes and draw Team Takeover fancy because I'm going to be looking at it every day, and it needs to help me stay motivated, and it needs to be powerful for me. So if you're visual like I am, like make your writing really pretty. Use different colors. Go get fancy colors. I have highlighters too. It's just so much fun, you know, whatever it is. So you want to be able to visually see like what's happening. with your coaches very easily. And then that way it also kind of puts you in the right mind frame of where your energy should be when you're talking to your coach on your one-on-one with them. Especially if their goal is getting to Diamond 2. And this way you can be that leader for them. Because just like Stacy said this morning, you want to be the leader that you wish you had. Or that you would want for your best friend. Or your mom. Whatever it is, your sister. Stacy's going to get kicked off the call. I can't with that little person. Okay, so 3 boards, and that's what you're going to do. So now moving forward, starting today, guys, you have to start talking to your PS coaches about hitting Success Club. Step number 1, reach out to all of your PS coaches today. Just to check in if you haven't. If you have been checking in with them, awesome. And if you don't have any PS coaches, I would like you to invite 5 new people tonight and make a now hiring post. Okay. So reach out to everybody tonight and just get that conversation back up. Good girl. Yeah, Michelle. And everybody should be doing a now hiring post. Okay. So that's what I want you guys to do. Okay. Starting tomorrow, I have my recruiting dash videos and posts going up. So just so you guys know a little bit about how that's going to go is I think about it as being in a fancy recruiting group with like 800 people, and you're just meeting me for the first time because that's how I have it set up, because that's how I was talking and explaining it. Okay, so just go with the flow. I might not say things that are accurate. I may call you dashers. Just be a dasher for a day. It's 4 days long. You guys do have homework assignments. Those are not changing because those are going to help you. Okay, so it's going to be 4 days long starting tomorrow. Every day I have between 2 and 3 posts going up. So it's going to be very active. It's going to be very quick and a lot in 4 days. But on Monday, we have to start our 20 and 30, 100%. So you all have to be ready for it. Deep breath in. Christina, there you go. Thank you. You were like, I don't want to breathe. That's the same face I had last year. You're fine. You're good, girl. That's exactly what you want. Okay? I know. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, thank you. Thank you. You can unmute yourself, Michelle. You're like, no, but I typed it all out. Okay, Michelle asked. Getting coaches to hit Success Club, do they have to be different? No, they could. That's a good question. They can hit this consistently for you. Each month, you're going to start back at 0. So think of each month as a new way to start fresh. So if you suck balls in January, then make it up in February. Okay? So each month, if your goal is 5 a month, and in January you get 1. I'm really bad at math. February, you need to get 9. Thank you, Amy and Michelle. Okay? If you can't get 9 in March, you have to do whatever. Okay? Do you see where I'm going with this? But if you are bringing on 4 to 5 new coaches a month, all of that other stuff's going to happen. Promise. Okay, so that's why we need to start that 20 and 30 ASAP. Okay, so the next 4 days, check in this group at least 3 times a day. Actively participate in whatever I say, please. The videos aren't that long, I promise. And if you've done it already, then you can skip it. Okay. And that's how that's how you guys are gonna be able to set up for Elite. Isn't that so exciting? Does anybody have any other questions? Comments, concerns? Okay, so what I also want you guys to do is write down the coaches that you want to be committed for hitting Success Club too, if you haven't. If you haven't tried to specify or pick out who you want your diamonds to be, do so if you have a good downline and you can. Like Allie, you probably can. Jackie, you probably can. Leah, we can start with you. Harmony, probably. At least one. Maybe. Right? Okay. So try a few of them. And that's the thing. Pick out who you want, like who you're thinking of are going to be your great diamonds, and then tell either Stacy or me who they're going to be, and then like either Stacy and you guys or me and you will work together on helping that person. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah. And then make sure you guys identify what animal they are. Okay. So when we talk, you'll be like, yeah, that's a rhino. Or they're a combo. Do you guys all know who you are as far as animals? Where are my rhinos? Who are Meredith's PS coaches? Keep your hands up. Okay, where are my goldens? Yeah, I will, Nina. Owls? Really, Amanda? Yeah? Meg, you're an owl. What about the peacock? Me and Sherry and Leah. And oh, Brooke, yeah. Harmony, you're a rhino and a owl? No, you're not an owl.
No, like I like to research, but I'm too impatient for that.
Yeah, you're not. You're just like a rhino.
I'm more of like a rhino and a golden.
Yeah.
I like recognition and I like community.
Yeah. But you're also like, nah, I can hang out in the back.
Yeah.
Are there any combos? Who's a combo? Is there a combo of 3? Okay, good. Because I was going to say, we're going to have to work out that personality stuff. Oh. No, it's not like that. That's funny. That's what I'm about to call it, though. But no, it's not like that at all. I don't know why. I guess I don't know why it's those 4 animals, but I get it at the same time. Oh, nice. Okay. How do you guys feel? Feel okay? That's okay. Okay, that's okay to shake your head now. Just take the next 4 days as learning something new and become excited about the new possibilities that are awaiting for you. Sherry, I think I'm going to have you like lead us in some like, I don't know, some visualization things.
Well, you know what? I watched the rest of the YouTube video just a little bit ago, and
That's
the part that I missed.
Yeah.
And, so I just made a video that I'm going to post in the group, just talking about visualization and how it's like a type of meditation. And then I did a card pull in there, like with Gabby's cards, just to kind of show like another way to like set an intention for the day. And it's like a 7-minute video. I tried to talk fast without rambling, but then I get all excited. So then I like kind of lunched it a couple parts. But anyways, it's like a 7-minute video. I think it'll be helpful. And then if anybody has questions, feel free just to reach out to me about that stuff, because that's like my total jam. Yeah. Like I can talk about that shit all day. All this stuff is new and like overwhelming, but like game on.
Game on.
Game on.
It's like that's like one of my push goals is to like become like that, like be all like relaxed and spiritual and like know my shit. I don't want to be a hot mess next year, guys. I mean, I want to be a.
Here's I have my one sticker that said it's like namaste, motherfucker. So just think like that.
There you go.
Bring the peace with the fuck yeah into it.
Done. I love it. Thank you. That's going to be good. Does anybody else have any other questions, comments, concerns? Do you want to talk about anything? Do you want me to stop recording so we can really talk? What? You guys got to give me some feedback here. Come on. Don't make me unmute you, because I can start that game. Will pictures go of your boards up tonight? Tonight. I'll take them right now. I'm trying to figure out good lighting. How can you guys not hear that? Nothing. So
I hear it.
thank you. So, okay, if nobody has any other questions, I'm going to stop recording. Last chance. Okay? No? Okay, thanks.